So I took some advice. I have been in contact with TMI Limited and David McKelvey since the Sky documentary started filming, and more in contact recently since I first popped in back in November, end of November, to the Essex Boys group, and a certain person started DMing me and all of that shizzle, which is in the drop that bomb podcast. I don't know what that was. Sounded like a bomb had just gone off in my office. Must be some demon spirits. Anyway, so I don't know why I got raided. You could say I was just doing drugs and they were just doing a little clamp down. But what I would like to say is that you, from what I know now, and I didn't know that then, you need to do a lot of surveillance on a property and the people living in it to be able to even think about raiding them. Unless there's some kind of information that you're being given by somebody. Now, there is a possible suspicion. There is a possible suspicion that the person that has been rather untoward towards myself, that we all know who he is, and I will directly address right now, is just to prove. So, this SR request that I was talking about, it says that it doesn't say there's not information about me. It says that they don't have to share it. And if there was information that had been given to me by another party and they uh, didn't want their name released, then they don't have to share it. So on that basis, just to ensure that uh, the old head doorman, just to make sure that it wasn't anything to do with you, would you give me written permission to go back to Essex Police and just say that I have your written permission that if it is anything with you, uh, then you will quite happily put your hands up? My God, it's just started actually chucking it down out there. Literally, the rains have come down. So, I'm just putting it out there because I've spoken to a few people about it, and if it wasn't you, then there's no problem, and then it would come back and go, nothing to do, we just don't want to share it. If it was you, then they might be able to share it with me, and I'm sure you're not going to do that because, but if you've got nothing to hide, then you will. If you've got nothing to hide and it's just all innocent, then you shouldn't have any problem doing that, right? Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I do believe that also, since putting that part one podcast out, I have seen, you can see it in the comments, another guy that said he was raided just up the road in Whitford. And it's all kind of really kind of suspicious as to the facts of, like I was at work, I was working as a reinsurance broker for Lloyd's of London at the time that this went on. And so I was going out of the house all day, every day. Nobody else was living there that wasn't working most of the time. Uh, one of my lodgers, or we were mostly working. Yes, there was coming and goings, but nothing that I believe that there'll be this massive sting operation going on all us youngsters, all us youngsters, because the people that are really shifting large amounts of gear and drugs and all of that would certainly not us lot. We were just having a good time and raving and doing a bit of this and a bit of that. But we were doing ecstasy, basically, lots of ecstasy. That's what I wasn't doing lots because I'm only small and I can't do lots. And I don't need to do lots. I don't need to get kind of obliterated. I I'm quite happy with just a little one because I am just a little one. And anybody that's gonna start like giving it, oh my God, you're doing drugs, how dare you? Really, they're probably absolutely erect out of their face on alcohol every night, or at least very often, and that's all right, is it? Yeah. It's what you do when you're partying and letting go, and how you conduct yourself. And of course there is some really bad shit that you don't want to do. With GHB and stuff. And anyway, my drugs education podcast will be coming at a later date. But I just thought I'd put it out there. Bomb, if you've got nothing to hide, then just let me know that I can go back to Essex Police and say, look, if there's anything with Bernard, then you let me know. If that's okay. I hope that's not going to upset anyone. We wouldn't want to upset anybody on a Friday afternoon, would we? Um, so yeah, this is going to keep on unraveling, and I will be doing more. I've been doing more investigating, going into more research because I had never really done it, and I'm a curious creature, and I do like to research, especially when kind of somehow I managed to be there at the right time or the right place, or the wrong time, the wrong place, at the right place. Who fucking knows? Thank you to all my subscribers, and I hope everybody has a amazing a Uranus Jupiter conjunction, which is coming up on the 20th of April, which is tomorrow when I'm recording this. I am having a funeral for my dearly beloved little Levi cat who left us a couple of weeks ago, just a couple of days after I did the first podcast. So she's up there in the heavens now, and she's a super spiritual soul cat. That's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. If you'd like to buy me a drink, then I am Brassic and I could do with one as it is the weekend. So lots of love to everybody, and I will see you again next week.